announcement. So
Okay.
um, we are live on YouTube and we are so excited to be here. So sorry we were not here last week. Something urgent came up and everything thankfully resolved
Okay.
with safety
We
and
are
wellness.
live on
So
YouTube
you got to have that
and we
echo
are so
there. Okay. And
yes,
Joanie, I'm so happy to see you. And I know all is
thank you.
going well. Yes. And exciting things. We are about to publish Healing Religious Hurts, Joanie. After all that work with our 17 contributors from across America, it is so exciting. Like, that's 3 books for you. And you started writing 2 years ago this summer.
Correct.
That is
Correct.
just remarkable.
Woo, sweating bullets. Sweating bullets.
Yeah. And so then we're going to have our book launch you're going to have yours in Brookings, Oregon, and I'm going to be
Yes.
in Ashland for our launch at Paschal Winery and Vineyard, which is going to be gorgeous. You can go to
Yes, you could.
twosisterswriting.com on the events page to see the detail. It's from 5 to 7, Thursday, October 3rd at Paschal Winery in Talent, Oregon. Beautiful place. So happy we'll be there. And our book is so powerful, Joni. What are your thoughts about the book?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think the title covers it all. Healing religious hurts. And I think
Yes.
so many of us have experienced good, bad, and indifferent throughout our lives related to church, religion, spirituality, religious leaders, just discussions and conversations. And it's so fun in this book to put out those conversations, to put out all those dialogues, to give ideas for how to heal and what it was like to struggle and to heal. And so I am so impressed with what you have written. I'm impressed with what I have written. And yes, as usual, we both spill out our personal guts there, which I think is raw and good for readers. And then the 17 contributors, oh my gosh, Elizabeth, so diverse from atheist to agnostic to former Catholic to just all
Yay.
kinds of denominations, but
Mhm.
even bigger than that, what do you believe? What's it all about here? What's it all about?
Yeah, it's so
What do you
powerful.
think of the book?
Well, first of all, these 2 books, Joyously Free and Healing Religious Hurts, were your idea. So we collaborated, and I haven't written a book with anybody since Billy D. Williams in 2002. So I don't do this very often, and I loved your idea. I have a lot of rage against religion, so I was able to express mine in terms of sexism and the rules that I just think are so oppressive to people and that do so
Mhm,
much
mhm,
damage. So this was an outlet for me to just vent and say what I really feel.
mhm,
So
mhm.
I loved that. I also loved giving people a platform to share their perspectives. And I
Yes,
also the meditation, the Healing Religious Hurts with a meditation with Archangel Raphael is
yes,
there. There's a QR code to
yes.
it, and it just turned out beautifully. I had some technical challenges where I literally had to redo it because it recorded with no audio, and I had to redo it, and then the video would, oh my gosh, whatever. I finally got it done. It took me a few days, but I don't know what was the message in the struggle with that, but it came out perfect. So
Nice,
yeah, but so
nice.
we offer not just people venting, but we also offer tips and solutions to help people find their connection with God, Jesus, spirit, angels, ancestors, whatever you define, the universe, your higher self. It's totally open, and that's the point, that we all
Yes,
have the power to define what spirit God beliefs are and live accordingly.
yes, totally, totally. And that just sort of reminds me of the prop for the day.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
okay.
Are you
Uh-huh.
ready for this one?
I'm
Now,
ready.
first off, for people watching, I am not at home in Brookings. I'm in another location in Oregon. The front door is open. It's 44 degrees outside. I'm at an elevation of 3,000. The juniper trees and the deer are just roaming around like crazy. I've been for a brisk walk, so if I really am sweating or turning different colors, that's what that's all about. But my prop for today, when I left Brookings, a dear friend, Aida, oops, I just dropped one on the floor. That's okay. Aida and Jerry brought to me a bowl of lemons, fresh lemons from their tree. And I
Wow.
thought, how apropos, because a bowl of lemons, a cup of sugar, a smile, a book. I caught it again, huh? I'm doing pretty good there. A book creates conversation. And that's what all three of my books, and I believe your books too, also create conversation and dialogue. And the more we talk about things, the more we vent, like you just said, the more we have tips for each other, the more we can really share what's going on the inside. I think it makes a better, happier, harmonious world. And
Yes.
so a bowl of lemons, think about how, oh, there I go again. That one's going to roll off. Think about how you, they're listening right now. What conversations can you have today? Easy ones like a bowl of lemons, your favorite fruit, or intense ones like, who's your God? Do you have a God? What do you call your God? Those are all part of healing religious hurts. And Elizabeth, from my heart, thank you so much for collaborating and discussing with me all through None Better, Joyously Free, and even more so with Healing Religious Hurts. Thank you so much for our dialogues and our conversation that are in the book. And so
Yeah.
everybody, October 1st is like some 18, 19, 20 days away, but you can pre-order it and we will have books on site. We will autograph them. We want to exude our love to all of you in these books. So a bowl of lemons can create so much. Aida and Jerry, thank you for these lemons. Thank you for being in my life. Elizabeth, thank you for being in my life.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my honor and just privilege, Joni. You're an amazing person, and our collaborations are really powerful. So it's all about touching one life at a time and helping people see things from a perspective that can enrich the way they think, live, love, and work. So, and contribute to the world. So the book is 308 pages, which we were not intending to write something that long, but we did. Yeah, it just kept growing and it's really powerful. And there's a collage of pictures for those contributors who wanted to be photographed in it. And it's just delightful.
And the
So,
writing, and the writing. Oh, everybody, we have questions in there and we have spaces for you to write what's going on in your heart and what you're thinking. That was
yeah,
Elizabeth's idea. And I love that idea that
yeah,
there's actual spaces to write. Oh,
yeah. So writing is such a healing tool. I use journaling all day and it helps me sort through ideas, feelings. You can reflect. It's totally private and personal. So it's a safe space to express how you really feel and don't have to tell anybody about it. And so especially pertaining to things as personal as religion, when you journal about it, it helps you just unravel any hurts or experiences, and putting them into words helps you like sort of purge it out of your system, and it helps you release it and heal it. And then we
yes,
also have a strong focus on forgiveness, which
yes.
is a difficult concept for many people. So writing about forgiveness is part of one of the exercises. Joni, do you want to talk about forgiveness? Because you have a powerful story with Carol and
Oh,
forgiveness.
but
Is
and
that
I don't want to tell the story now. I'd rather people read it. Forgiveness is really, really powerful. And um, what it does to me, it releases, it just lets things go. And you find this peace that engulfs you. But to get to that point, it's the tears and the agony and the questions. And I'm such an emotional person anyway. And so to go through hurt, personal hurt, or when I have harmed somebody else, to forgive myself. So it's forgive myself as well as to forgive others. And there's so much going on in the world right now. Politically, church wise, neighborhood wise, community wise. And there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of people saying bad things, hateful things. And I so don't like that. It's like we need to lift people up, not push people down. We need to give people kindness and compassion and see where we are similar, not tear us apart. And so that's sort of where I come from for forgiveness. And it reminds me, Elizabeth, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the top three words in the world that attracted people's attention, I don't know if you know this, were the sex, religion, and free. So if you saw those words in print somewhere, on a billboard, in a magazine, online, sex, religion, and free, it's like, you know what? Guess what we're talking about in our books?
All of the
Sex,
above.
religion, and free. I was thinking about that as I was doing my prayers this morning. I was going, oh my gosh. And those are the topics they say to don't talk about with your friends and family. What are we saying, Elizabeth? We're saying, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I love it. So it's so interesting when you have the courage to speak on these topics that are considered taboo by many and
Mm-hmm.
impolite. But concurrent with our Healing Religious Hurts, my book, The Biz Tribe, where you activate your goddess pleasure, is also coming out in October. And I talk about all these like exponentially more in graphic ways that I encourage women to, and it's rooted in religion. It just takes it to the next level. It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
women to enjoy and feel that we deserve pleasure. And it doesn't have to just be about sex. It's about the sensory extravaganza of life, like touching a soft fabric, aromatherapy, really enjoying your food in a new way, all the things throughout the day that just really enhance the human experience. And for
Yes.
women especially, and we have a chapter on sexism and religion in the book, which I love that chapter. Women
Yes.
especially have been um, what I want to say it in the best way. There's sort of good girl syndrome. We're supposed to follow the rules and adhere to these rules, which again are rooted in religion, of how a girl is supposed to think, act, live, love, work, experience life, contribute or not. And it's enraging to me. So, Joni, this is so cool that you and I have the courage because we understand. And then let's talk about sexism in religion. You know, you write so powerfully on that because you were in the Catholic Church structure that was male
Right.
dominated. You and Carol were such powerhouses of leadership, and yet you were not allowed to exceed a
Right.
certain level because only priests can do certain things, only bishops can do certain things. And so you are now
Right.
part of
Right.
this.
The hierarchy was very strong, which omitted, opposed, oppressed us as women. Yeah, I love that chapter as well. You know, and I think back, I'm laughing here because I'm thinking back to when I was in the novitiate, Elizabeth, and one of the biggest things that bugged me so much was every morning when we marched over to the church for morning mass, is I had to put on a pair of nylons. I'm not a nylons person. And I've never been a nylons person, from even wearing them at Gales. I mean, that's just not who I am. And I think it's so important that whatever those little things are that irritate you or you complain about, you can be healed because you can find out who you really are and be you within that spirituality. And
Mhm.
that's what I love about that chapter that we have on sexism, that, yes, here's all the hard stuff and the crap and the oppression, but you know what? How do you survive it? How do you get through it? And there's joy when you do that. Oh my gosh, I haven't worn a pair of nylons in a long time.
I love that. I don't think most women enjoy like nylons to begin with, but to have to make
Uh-huh.
it part of your uniform is just really oppressive to people like you who don't want to wear them, and ugh, they're
Right,
sweaty and itchy and
right, right.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
got to express these things and our contributors got to express their stories, which is so cool to
Yes.
offer a platform for people who've never been published to share their stories that are so powerful and show their discovery of their own beliefs. And then when people read their stories, it can help them open their own minds and hearts to a new way of thinking about God and spirit.
Mhm, mhm. And what a range we have in in culture, for our contributing writers. I'm thinking of Viv, age 20. She's the youngest. And then I think I'm gonna guess we're going up into the high 70s. I don't know exactly. I think of
Uh-oh, Joni, you froze. I don't know. You froze, Joni. Uh-oh. Well, Joanie is frozen. I can't hear her right now. I hope you can all go to twosisterswriting.com and pre-order your book, which comes out October 1st, 2024. And it'll be available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook on all the platforms where you buy books online, Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, Apple Books, and everywhere else. So, okay, Joni, you were frozen, so I just started talking about how to order the book. You froze,
Okay.
you said Ruthie, and you were gone.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I was just thinking about our contributors, and Ruthie talks about annulment. And then we have oh, remind me of his name and the baptism. Oh, that is such a beautiful story.
Derek?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Great story, great
Uh-huh.
story. And then we have Jill Prioreshi and her mom talking about things. And I love the mother-daughter thing. And we have Deborah Randall Kravitz. And oh, what a gut-wrenching story that is. And then Michael Irby and Michael Hensley, who has contact with angels and the past. And that's the other thing about what
Uh-oh.
our book is. And again, conversation, past, present, and future. Past, present, and future.
Mhm. So look at how the sunlight is
Mhm.
dancing on the balloons to make the light on the wall. Can you see that?
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So today is September 13th. My father died today 34 years ago.
Oh, okay. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for Tom and Dad in Elizabeth's life. Just bless her, hold her. Tom, keep talking to us, keep communicating with us, and someday we'll see you and I get to meet you, Tom. Okay. Oh, amen.
Thank you for that, Joni, because he's
You're
very much
welcome.
here.
You know,
Very much here.
and besides the sparkles back there, I hate to tell you, when you do these podcasts every week, your window behind you is
Uh-huh.
arced. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You look like you have this halo around. I need to tell you that from day one, but
Oh,
you have
thanks,
this
Joni.
halo around you. And I just think it's so cool how it is.
Thank you.
Definitely an iconic picture of an earth angel. That's what you are.
Oh,
Iconic picture of an earth angel.
oh,
Ah,
thank you, Joni. Well, that makes two of us.
yes. Yes.
Thank
Oh
you.
my
Thank
gosh.
you. Earth
And it's
angels.
so good. It's so good to remember the deceased. It is so good to remember our deceased.
Yeah,
What
so
do you
my
think of that?
oh, for sure. They're still with us, but
Yes.
the eulogy yesterday for my mother-in-law's funeral, the pastor, it was so amazing. He talked about how our earthly lives were like living in a tent. But when we go to heaven, it's an actual home. And so our tent is temporary and it changes as we age. And then the home is permanent. It's so solid. It's the place, where we go to retreat, feel safe, comfort. And so it was just beautiful. But she was 96 and her funeral was just so beautiful. And it's a coming together of family, and everybody tells stories. And that's what we do in our books. We tell stories that are the legacy
Yes.
of that person. And she was such a sweet, gentle lady. And so I believe we should honor our ancestors because they made us. So I learned today that one of my son's mentors died. And
Oh,
I told my son that this man instilled in you so many powerful words, lessons, wisdom. You are representative of him now, uh, carrying on in your life with what he taught you. And I said, when I spoke at the funeral yesterday, I said the same thing to everybody. All the things we learned from um, this beautiful lady, we're carrying on, especially the grandchildren who she helped raise. So yeah, they're all in us. And
yes.
your
Yes.
experience with Carol, she made you who you are. You were already an amazing, powerful person, but together she helped form 40 years of evolution of Joni.
Mhm, mhm. And she lives on, and she lives on in these books,
Yeah.
and writers out there, that's something to think about because you will leave a legacy for yourself and for whoever you're writing about.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
you mentioned, I love the pastor's idea of home. Well, I
Yeah.
think Carol is right now in the swimming pool at this home.
That's
She
awesome.
loves water. She loves swimming pools. She's either there or in the kitchen.
Oh,
So
okay.
yep,
Okay.
yep, yep.
Okay.
She loved to serve make beautiful food and meals and snacks and for
Uh-huh.
everybody. You know, our
Uh-huh.
house was always open for that, and it still is always open for that. But
That's
yes,
in,
that's a great analogy. And yes, you
yes,
are sparkling with that yellow balloon
I
glare. I love it.
know.
Oh my
It's never done that before. And so those balloons are from my birthday 2 months ago. And amazingly, the helium is still holding up. But
I
speaking of
think that
funerals,
helium gets it from you.
that's so cool.
And it's not hot air, it's all good air.
Yes, 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 yes. The golden glow is just
Look at that.
phenomenal.
Look
So
at that. Oh my
I
gosh,
know it's
an
like our
angel hovering around you. It is so cool looking.
wow.
Well,
So one time it was like around 2013-ish, Joni,
mhm,
I was in my car and I had done my hair differently and I stopped at a red light and I
that's
took a
good.
picture because I wanted a picture of my hair different. And I looked at the picture and my father was sitting in the back seat. My father's image showed up on the picture, which there were no pictures of him in my cell phone, so it couldn't have like merged. My
Uh-huh.
father was sitting in the back seat while I was driving it. And they say angels are often, or spirit guides, and they're often behind us, you know?
Mhm, mhm.
So that there he is.
There he is. I love it. I love it. Hi, Tom. Hi, Tom. Oh,
So
and I've had great apparitions too. In fact, Carol came to me the other night in real voice and in person. And so it was phenomenal. And so, yeah, I totally agree. I totally believe. And
yes. So everybody, you're watching this, and we're usually talking about writing tips, but today we are exemplifying what is in Healing Religious Hurts because these are Joni and I's beliefs. These are the beliefs that Joni and I have that spirits are with us. Our passed on loved ones are all around us in spirit form. Yes, see? And they're here and they're giving us signs and symbols all the time that they are here. And like my father showing up in a photograph. He's been gone 34 years. Joni's hears Carol, you feel Carol touch you sometimes. Um,
absolutely,
and when
literally. And I can
she,
see it on my skin that
Mhm.
she's touched me.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, no, it's all good. It's just we're demonstrating what the message of the book is, that we have these beliefs. We have the right to have these beliefs because some religions say you're not allowed to communicate with spirits, that's evil, such and such. We don't ascribe to that. We don't believe that because we know from our personal experiences God is very much in us, around us, spirits, angels, ancestors, divine beings, symbols, communication from spirit, birds, trees. They can talk to you if they have spirits too. This tree outside my house talks to me all the time. And trees, if you hug a tree, I know it's kind of a cliche joke that people are tree huggers. Trees have such powerful energy. If you're stressed, go hug a tree. And when you hug tree, Joni has beautiful trees.
Sorry, I just couldn't resist.
It's awesome. But when you hug a tree, the energy of that tree, which is so old, will like just give you a jolt of peace. It's remarkable. So nature is another way to communicate with spirits. And that's why the rose garden, the commemorative rose garden for Carol at Joni's house is, oh my goodness, pine trees are especially powerful. Don't go hug a pine tree, but pine trees, just being around them, looking at them, first of all, they're all so different. And pine trees are so elegant and beautiful. They smell good. They drop pine cones, which are gorgeous. Um, the symbolism, yeah, Joni, beautiful, beautiful. And I saw a cardinal today. My father always said he wanted to come back as a cardinal because he had been a priest. So, oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. So if you live
Sorry,
in
but I
Ash,
just had to take you for a little walk there, everybody.
oh, thanks,
You know, and
Joni.
that's what we do with our books, don't we, Elizabeth? We
What?
take people on a walk with us.
We do. Yes, we do. It's awesome. And if you happen to live in Ashland, Oregon, or visit Ashland, Lithia Park has amazing giant pine trees that you can hug and you won't get prickled because they're the redwoods. Are redwoods pine trees?
No, they're redwood trees.
Okay,
They're
sorry about that,
sequoias.
everybody. Okay, they have beautiful trees that are so big you can hug, and it just makes you happy. And that park is so beautiful. It's got like the rushing water in the stream and the trees, and you can walk up, 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 and there's people, and it's a happy place.
Right
Magnolias in
on.
the spring.
Oh,
Yeah,
and they smell so good. Magnolia, oh, the blossoms are just incredible.
yeah.
Incredible. And I think that's why, well, today a deer came. Carol is all about deer. And so that was another sign and symbol. What I was going to say, Elizabeth, the letters LGBTQ plus two spirit, the Native American cultures that celebrate that two spirit, they are so connected to the past, present, and future, spirituality wise and sexual identity wise. It's just absolutely beautiful. So, people, if you see that, that's what that's all about. 2S is two spirit.
I love that. That's beautiful. Spirit is in and around us at all times, and it's there for us to communicate with. But most people, again, they're either taught that don't believe in that or that it's evil. It's not. There are evil spirits, but when you set the intention to surround yourself with the protection of God's love and angels, you're safe. You're safe. And so our book encourages people to get their own connection. You don't have to go to a building and follow other people's doctrine to connect with God and spirit. It's right here, right there, glowing gold on my wall. Uh-oh, Joni's frozen again. Joni? Okay, there you are.
There you are.
Okay, you froze for a sec. We're good.
Sorry.
It's okay. So everybody, please go to twosisterswriting.com and pre-order your copy of Healing Religious Hurts, which comes out on October 1st, 2024, where you'll be able to get it on all the retail platforms online, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, and more. And you can get it in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Joni, do you have the cover handy? Okay. Joni's frozen again. I don't know what's going on with the internet today, but I have it on the back of Healing Religious Hurts. Here it is. I mean, on the back of Joyously Free. Here's the cover of Healing Religious Hurts. It's purple with like an arc of gold energy, just like that's showing
Can you
up
hear
on the
me?
wall. Oh, there you go. We did the same thing at the same time. How funny is that? And we didn't even know it. See,
No, see, again, we are connected by spirit. It
I
happens
love
all the time between us, Elizabeth. You
it
become
does.
one of my best friends all because of this connection that happens. It's like, thank you for your friendship. Oh, not just your
Oh,
coaching and your authors, all that stuff, but friendship to me is a higher value. And
yeah.
so, yes, and that's what we display in this book.
Yep, here it is.
Yep.
Oh,
It's incredible. It's incredible. So,
yeah.
and I'm hoping that people will, besides the pre-order, bring their books so we can sign them, of course,
Oh,
and
yeah.
to come and hang out with us. That's what
Mhm.
I really, really like. And on my author page are a ton of events. I have a ton of events all the way up till the end of November. And so just look and find and come and let's give a hug. Let's share all the good stuff about life. And
I
Oh,
love it.
Elizabeth,
I
I'm
love it.
pumped up as usual, but I'm even more pumped up with this book. Oh, I cannot
Really?
wait to mail it to the Pope. I'm so excited about that. You know,
Ah!
Pope Francis, if you're listening right now to this podcast, be ready. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
I love it. Joni, you're so fun. You mail it to the Pope. Okay, let's do it.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Well, this has
And
been
maybe
a,
we can both sign it. Let's both sign it, and then we'll mail it to the Pope.
yeah, let's
Would you
do
be
that.
willing to do that?
Oh, absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right. All right.
My father petitioned the Pope to lay aside priests, or
Mhm,
I don't know if I have the words right, but allow priests to marry.
mhm,
And
mhm.
it's just, we talk about all that stuff in the book. But anyway, Joni, any final thoughts about our book?
Our book is it's divine. It's God inspired, it's spirit inspired, and it will inspire everybody who picks it up, holds it, and reads it. I just
Love
know
it.
it will. And
Yay.
like I said before,
Uh-oh, there goes Joni. She froze again.
book.
Hmm.
Yep, just thank you. It's just everybody. Yep, it's all emotion. It's all emotion.
Awesome, awesome. Beautiful. All right, everybody, please get the book. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, co-founder of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing and co-author with Joanie Lindenmeyer of Healing Religious Hurts, Stories and Tips to find
To
love
find
and
love
peace.
and peace.
Yes, 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 yes. So we hope you get your copy and share this with anybody who might be interested in this topic, which is almost every person I talk to. They start telling me a story. They're like, oh, wow, that's a hot topic. So please share this. Please subscribe to the channel so you'll know every time we go live or upload a video. And also, please get the book. So we wish you happy writing and happy reading.
You bet. You bet. Big hugs. Love you and kiss.